How everybody doing tonight, ladies and gentlemen? We're going to let's try this shit out. Let's see if it works. No, it doesn't work. Never mind. No, hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, what? I don't think it works. But anyways, let's get this shit going here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So Lakers, Suns 113, 110. Suns win it. Lakers can't do anything right now, man. I think this Lakers team's just not good enough, man. Apparently, they're going to have a conversation with LeBron James where they're going to say, if you want to come back for next year, we're not going to pay you nowhere as much as we're paying you. The last few years, they've been paying him about $50 million a year. They're saying they're not going to pay him anything close to that. And they've even said that if he does decide to come back and play for the Lakers, they would even have him like, hey, we can't play you like in the last 5-10 minutes due to your bad defense. So most likely he's not going to want to come back. My guess is he's going to go to Cleveland, retire in Cleveland, have his farewell tour over there, man. This team's just not that good, man. They can't defend. Now they're starting, now they're losing to teams like the Suns and the Magic. They're not even that good. No Dylan Brooks, no Devin Booker. They still can't win. I don't know what the future holds for this team. LeBron James tonight, 15 points. Marcus Smart, 13 points. DeAndre Ayton, 3. DeAndre Ayton sucks ass, man. I'm sorry, but he doesn't do anything for this team. Luka Doncic had 41. He's out there, but he's really good at scoring, but he can't play defense, man. Austin Reeves 14. Laveria had 11. But outside of Luka, like not much, man. Austin Reeves had 14, but I think he took like 13 shots and only made 5 of them. I'm not sure what the future holds with Austin Reeves. I think, in November when LeBron was not playing, he was hurt. Luka and Austin Reeves need to play better together. I don't know how maybe it would look as a full season of just Luka and Austin Reeves. But I don't know, man. They need a bunch of defenders, man, on this team. For the Suns, man, Ryan Dunn, 10 points. Royce O'Neal, 13 points. Colin Gillespie, 21 points. Huge gain by Grayson Allen, 28. So yeah, man, Colin Gillespie and Grayson Allen carrying this team tonight without neither Dylan Brooks or Devin Booker. Yeah, man, I don't know, man, about these Lakers, man. It's just not looking good, man. Put the fries in the bag. Luka was about to cry after the game, saying he's dealing with a personal problem as well. I don't know what that is, but he said I don't know. He said he kind of wants the season to be finished. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. Sometimes it's possible Luka doesn't want to be in LA, right? He still misses playing for the Mavericks. And man, I don't want to say he's like a James Harden, Carmelo Anthony, but sometimes I feel like I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about what else can we talk about? Football real fast. Anthony Richardson has been granted permission by the Colts to look for a trade. Already people looked at footage a few years ago or like this past season. Minnesota's coach, Kevin O'Connell, telling them that he's going to be really good in this league. He's a big fan. So now people are saying that Anthony Richardson could end up in Minnesota. Also, a lot of people are saying that it's been talked about this week in the NFL Combine that Minnesota might want to trade for Mac Jones, and try to maybe have a quarterback competition between JJ McCarthy and Mac Jones. So we'll see about that. But now Anthony Richardson has been made available by the also Malik Willis, right? He could also be in the conversation for Minnesota. We'll see what happens there. But that's the biggest stuff. NFL Combine going on, So a bunch of like competitions and crap like that, but not much. I think there was like a trade today or something, but whatever. Um, Baseball. They are planning to propose a salary cap as part of as the new collective bargaining agreement. That they want teams to spend at least $150 million, but they want teams to spend no more than like 290, I believe it is. There was at least 10 teams last year that didn't even come close to spending $150 million. Um, so, this is for both sides, like the cheapest teams, and also like the teams like the Yankees, the Mets, and the Dodgers. A bunch love to spend a lot, so this would affect both sides. Like this is gonna affect some teams because they just don't want to spend money, and it's gonna affect the other teams because they spend too much money. So if this gets approval, um, yeah, some people are going to be mad because they don't want to spend $150 million, and then some people are going to be pissed because they're not going to be able to spend more than 290 million. So we'll see how this goes. There's never been a salary cap in baseball. This could this be a huge problem, right? Where it becomes a 50-50-50 situation. I think I read an article today that now with Tony Clark no longer the president of the Players Association, it can get even more complicated now. Now they always do this shit like, oh, there's gonna be a lockout, we're gonna miss some games. Just because there's a lockout does not mean they're gonna miss games. Remember last time, I believe 2023, if I'm not mistaken, the lockout started like December 1st and it was over like March 15th, or even maybe earlier, maybe like March 5th. I still remember like they still had like about a 3 week training camp, or and played preseason and everything. Um, so just because there's a lockout, the lockout would probably start like in November, December, and you have until probably March, April, to get this shit done. So just because there's a lockout does not mean they're gonna miss some games. It's still possible there could be maybe like a 3 month lockout, and they still figure out a way to sign a collective bargaining agreement without missing any games. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, by the way, this season is secure. This season is going to be played full. They're talking about next year. So, don't this season, you already got teams in training camp. They're getting ready. I think pitchers and catchers, a lot of hitters are starting to report as well. This season is going to be played. It would be for next year. So, guys, it's not this year. It's for next year. But they're starting to talk about it already because it's part of, they're trying to avoid it. So they're trying to negotiate almost a year ahead. Well, yeah. So this season is going to be played. It would be for next year. Anyways, wrestling chicken nuggets. WWE's thinking about turning Trick Williams into a baby face because they love the reaction he's getting. He's becoming really famous. Even he was already on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith, and talking about his suit and the white pants, explaining to everybody how he calls them the high step of lemon peppers. So a lot of people are considering right now. I think there's a few guys. That's the one thing that WWE has done really good the last few years, bringing a lot of newer guys. Going back, it's like, what was it, 2023 when they bought Gunther, then Braun Breaker. Now you got Oba Femi, Trick Williams. So man, I mean, right now, there's a few guys right now. Trick Williams, Oba Femi, man. They're gonna give a run for their money for Braun Breaker and Gunther to be the face of the company one day. We'll see what happens, but if they're thinking about turning Trick Williams babyface, is because they probably think very highly of him. Because that's the thing, right? I think like the only two people that were like kind of the face of the WWE and were heels were they were babyface, but then they turned heel. And they were, Hulk Hogan was actually in WCW, never mind. But Roman Reigns, right? Like from like 2020 to like 2024, right? He was a heel, but he was still the top guy in the company. But for the most part, the top guy in WWE is always a baby face. So we'll see what happens. The next one is WWE is doing adjustments and on the storyline with the Masked Man. Now with injuries to both Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, they're trying to figure out exactly what to do with this. They could just drop it, but I think they shove it down the fans' throats so much that they feel like they have to have a finish to the storyline, right? I know this guy was saying he made a video saying you might as well put the Masked Man in the freaking crate and have him be the mystery that come out of the crowd. I don't know, man. I said it's not. I know WWE's fake, but I don't know about a human being in a freaking crate for 3 weeks. That's not realistic. I don't know about that. I told my colleague London Macaron, I'm like it could be like wrestling gear of a wrestler, maybe hinting a comeback, right? I don't know. I don't know. I'd be kind of shocked if it was actually a human wrestler because it's not realistic. For a guy to be in a box or a crate for fucking 3 weeks. Anyways, and then I think AJ Styles has signed a contract with the WWE, kind of like an ambassador contract, kind of like the one that John Cena signed. So that makes AJ Styles will continue to be with the WWE. That contract I heard could be up to as many as 5 years. So that would probably take him into his 50s. So it's, it looks like he's going to stay with WWE at least for a few more years as an ambassador. Maybe want to be, something help backstage, whether it's the main roster or NXT. We'll see what happens. But yeah, man, the belief is he signed a contract to stay with WWE as an ambassador for the next 2 years. I think that's about it. Tiffany Stratton is favorite to win the Chamber. I don't think that's gonna happen though, but she's favorite. I don't know how accurate these things are, right? Where I don't even know I don't know if this is like a casino in Las Vegas. I don't know what the hell this is, but Tiffany supposedly is favorite to win the Elimination Chamber. A lot of people are saying Rhea Ripley, but we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We will see what the hell happens. But I think this is about it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. I will be back tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back tomorrow. Hala, 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 hala. The fuck is happening?